Hello, welcome to Yoga with Nadine. I hope you're all well. Today we're going to take a nice comfortable seat. So set yourself up, settle in, and as always carve your time out. Time and space. So whatever it means to you, take the moment just to settle. Maybe your body needs a little adjust, maybe your clothes need a little adjust, maybe the hair needs a little adjust. Whatever it is, just so that you can try not to fidget, really. Take a beautiful inhale in. Feel that body expand. And as you exhale, close down the eyes. And then stack head over heart, heart over pelvis. Tuck tailbone under, belly button to spine. Inhale, feel that lovely breath coming through the nostrils. Wheeling its way all down to the chest, into the lungs. And as you exhale, pull the belly to the spine, just release, shoulders from ears, shoulder blades down the back, tuck tail under. Just starting to relax here and taking that breath in, that lovely cool breath. Notice the quality of the air in the room. As you exhale, feel those shoulders softening a little bit more. Maybe those elbows pulling down towards the mat. Maybe those hands are just resting gently on the knees. Inhale, feel the body swell. Fill that lovely fresh breath of air. And as you exhale, feel those hips softening. Notice those glutes and the seat bones in the mat. Maybe let those knees fall a little bit more towards the mat. Take that lovely next inhale in. Lift and rise through that chest space. Exhale, soften and release. 2 more breaths like this. Really taking as much breath as you can. Maybe feel the chest, lungs, maybe the belly, pushing the belly out. Like you're filling up that balloon in the belly. And then as you exhale, pull the belly into the spine, deflate the balloon and just release more of the tension in the body that you're holding on to. 1 more full breath like this, really fill. Feel the body expand. And as you exhale, release, soften and let go. Just return now to your natural breath. Try not to control it, just notice it here. Then notice how the body is feeling today. If there's any areas of tightness that you're holding on to, just consciously, just try and release and let go. Maybe those hips are feeling quite tight. Maybe there's some tension in the lower back. Just restacking the spine, just checking that you're nice and upright here. And lengthen through that spine, through the crown of the head, so that you can take in as much breath as you can. Inhale here. And as you exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and then curve through the lower back. So push that lower back out, like you're taking a little cat stretch in here. Really notice here, maybe having those hands on those kneecaps to just control. And then really tuck in as much as you can. Feel the tailbone tuck under, like you're curling up into a little ball. Inhale here. As you exhale, lifting up, really stacking the spine, and then lift the chest, the chin, everything to the sky, like you're taking a little cow stretch here. Roll those shoulders down the back, shoulder blades down the back, everything nice and lifted here. Inhale, lifting the chin higher. As you exhale, tuck tailbone, come back into your cat stretch, and really just slowly into this position. Push that lower back out, and maybe that lower back feels quite sore today, and then really use those hands on the knees to kind of really tuck them under. So you're pushing your lower back behind you, tucking the tailbone under, Like you're bringing your nose towards your toe. Inhale here. As you exhale, start to lengthen up again through the spine, bringing the chest to the sky, the chin to the sky, the nose to the sky. Roll those shoulders up, back and down, lifting up a little bit more. Feel that really dip arch in the lower back as you're pushing that belly forward. We're going to take 2 more like this, but using that one move, one breath. Inhale, looking up to the sky. As you exhale, tucking under, take the little cat stretch here with the back all the way through on the exhale. And then inhale, lengthening up through the spine, bringing the chest high, the chin high, looking high. Inhale here at the top, exhale, tuck tailbone, curling back. Pull that belly button into the spine. And then inhale, lengthening. This is the last time. Bring the chest and chin to the sky, roll the shoulder blades down the back. And pause here. So you're really pushing that belly to the front, really pinching those shoulder blades together, really lifting the chest and the chin. Feel that lovely stretch across the chest. Inhale here as you exhale, just restack head over heart, heart over pelvis. Beautiful here. Inhale, sweep the hands to the sky, join in prayer. Pausing here, maybe keeping those eyes closed for a moment longer. Reaching those fingers high to the sky on the inhalation. And as you exhale, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here, as you exhale, bring the hands through heart center and bring them to the heart. Pushing those hands in together, activate through those elbows, nice and strong. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bow the head. And maybe you'd like to set an intention here for your practice. Maybe something pops up. Maybe there's always one that you use. Just notice. Or maybe there's some strength that you need today. Maybe a little project that you need to complete. Something that you're a bit slightly worried about, been putting off. Maybe use the strength in this practice today to achieve that. Inhale here as you exhale, restack head and blink those eyes open, let the light back in. Inhale here as you exhale, dive forward and straight away coming over those knees into all fours. We're just going to take 4 cat-cows here. We've already done our cat-cows and seated, but just really try and articulate that spine a little bit more. You'll probably have a little bit more movement in than normal. So inhale, drop the belly to the floor, chest and chin forward. Really let that belly hang, roll the shoulder blades in together. Exhale, tuck and push, cat stretch. Inhale, drop belly cow. Send the heart forward, shine the heart forward. Exhale, tuck and push, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Try and move all the way through that breath. Last time, inhale, drop belly, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Tuck the toes under. So really try and feel those 5 pads of those toes there. And then just soar forward and back. So take the weight of the nose over to the end of the mat. And as you exhale, sit the weight back into the heels. Feel the pressure in the toes. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Take the weight over the wrist. Feel that pressure in the wrist. Exhale. Sit back into the heels. Feel the pressure in the toes. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Just soaring forward and back. Maybe that feels sore in the tops of the feet. Maybe that feels nice in the feet. Maybe it's opening the fascia in the feet. Maybe the knees are cracking. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Each time try and pushing a little bit further into the pose. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And then sit back and hold it here. Keeping those toes tucked under. Claw those hands out. Soften the belly, the chest, maybe the forehead to the mat. Keeping those feet tucked. Pushing hard into those toes, maybe curling them under a little bit, opening up the fascia, feel that stretch in those feet. Inhale here as you exhale, coming up slightly, lifting the knees and up and back, down dog. Have a little pedal, have a little sway, whatever is good for you. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Have a little look underneath each side armpit. Whatever you like to do, whatever you do to come into your most comfortable position. Maybe those hands need to be a little wider. Maybe spread them a little more. Take weight all the way through. If you're feeling it in the wrists, push the weight back into the heels. Beautiful. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly walk the feet to the face. Come to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Today I want you to bring those toes to touch. So really zip those feet up. Toes touching, arches touching. Maybe take a slight gap just between the heels. And then take the hands to the mat or to the shins or to the elbows. Maybe take a slight bend in the knees so the tummy rests on the top of the thighs. And just release through that lower back a little bit more. Opening up through here. Nod the head yes, shake the head no. Releasing through that head and the neck. Lifting those seat bones up to the sky, feel that lengthening those hamstrings. Inhale here as you exhale, release the hands to the mat. Inhale here as you exhale, slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Head and neck clasped, restacking spine. Inhale, lifting the hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. So Tadasana, we know the score. Lift the toes up to the face. Pushing those four corners of the feet. And then slowly little toes replace fourth, third, second, first. Clawing. Lift up through the arches, shins, kneecaps, quads. All those places lifting up through the front body. Lifting the chest up. And as you exhale, drop the shoulders. Shoulder blades slide down the back. Tailbone tucks under. One more full breath here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale, lifting up through center. Exhale, twist to the left, hips to the front. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist straight to the right hand side. Normally we pause in the middle. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Hip bones to the front. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Last time, inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to center, exhale, hands through heart center. Pause here, reset Tadasana. And then release the hands to the side. We're going to come into our little kundalini, a little bit of movement, a little bit warming. And it's called knocking on heaven's door. We don't really want to knock on heaven's door today, but that's just what it's called. So, releasing hands, palms just loose. And then start to sway. So loose arms, no control, but keeping those hips forward. I can see all those hips swaying side to side. So think about you are literally buried in concrete downwards to about here. So you're coming through the waist, and then maybe have a little tap of the buttocks. See, up in here. And then try and get a little bit more movement. A little bit faster. And the heat should rise. Breathing, inhaling, and exhaling. Releasing shoulders away. A little bit harder. Maybe you feel like a whirling dervish without the whirly legs. And just swing. And you shouldn't really have any control. The momentum should just start to take over. A couple more. And then when I say release, just come to stop. I don't want you to come to a direct stop. I want the arms just to come to a stop on their own. So, and relax. So the arms should probably just swing. See, there's no control there, but it's just using that muscle memory to slowly slow everything down. And then just release the hands again to the front. Feel the tingling in the hands, the fingers, all that lovely energy that you've created there. It took me a long while to get used to that, or to actually like that. I thought that was a completely rubbish pose. And once you get away from thinking, oh, I look really stupid doing this, is what a kid does when they've got lots of energy and they're wiggling and fidgeting. And when you feel that energy in the fingers right now, and maybe feel that up through the forearms, and maybe up through the biceps, and that energy is coursing through your body. It's quite an amazing thing. Inhale, sweep to the sky. Keep those feet together. As you exhale, take them behind, interlace the fingers. Beautiful. Roll those shoulder blades up, back and down. Send the knuckles towards the earth. If you can bring those palms to touch, bring those palms to touch. Lovely, strong. Lift the chest, nice and proud, like a pigeon. And then bring those shoulder blades to touch even more. Beautiful, nice and strong. Inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to tip forward and take a halfway lift. Nice and controlled. Long, flat back. Don't let that head drop. So long line from crown to tail. Inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly forward fold. Maybe the hands come up. This is the first time, so just be gentle. And by having those toes together, those feet together, you're challenging balance here. So pull the belly button up to the spine. And then lift those arms, lift the seat bones to the sky. Just breathe here. You'll feel more heat in those hands, more energy here. And then slowly release the hands, bring the hands to the mat. And from here, the hands on the mat, bend the knees and crouch down like a little ball. Inhale here. As you exhale, just release the head and the neck in that little ball here. Inhale here. As you exhale, drop the knees to the mat. Untuck the toes. So you're sitting on those heels. Inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. So this is active here. So if you notice me here, I'm pushing my tummy in, big arch in the lower back. I want you to tuck the tailbone under. So you're lengthening through the back. Reaching round with that left hand, rolling that left shoulder down so that you can get more of a twist, using strong control in that right hand to lift the body up and around, looking over that left shoulder. So it's active. Pull the belly button into the spine, tuck the tailbone under, maybe using each exhale to get a little bit more depth in this strong twist here. Inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Same thing other side. So fingers round, tuck the tailbone, lengthen up through the spine, so grow tall. And as you exhale, twist and look over that right shoulder. Strong support in that left hand. So lift yourself up and round. Tuck tailbone under, belly button to spine. Feel that lovely stretch all the way through the lower back. Inhale, both hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees, coming straight into your forward fold. Have a little sway. Have a little pedal with the knees if that's good for you. And then slowly release the hands. Slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting, reaching high. And as you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Step back with the left foot and come into a wide leg. So bringing those toes, this time, normally we have the legs parallel here. I want your toes to point to the corners, to the top long line of the corners of the mat. So think about it as your feet are pointing, your right toe is pointing directly to that corner on the right and the left and the left, you know what I mean. Tuck the tailbone under. Nice and strong. Everything lifting up. So when we're in our Tadasana, the same thing. So lift up shins, kneecaps, quads, tuck tailbone under, hands into heart center. Beautiful. Roll shoulder blades back and down. Inhale here. As you exhale, take the hands behind as we did before. Interlace the fingers. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Same thing. And if you see here, I just shove my tummy forward. Not good. Tuck tail under. Lengthen down. Send the knuckles towards the floor. You're squeezing the glutes in, lifting that tailbone up and round. So you've got a long flat back rather than an arch like this. No good. Tucking under, rolling. Inhale here. As you exhale, take that halfway lift. Pushing into the feet, lengthening through the outside of the legs. Long flat back. Inhale here as you exhale, coming all the way to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly coming all the way back up, restacking head over heart, heart over pelvis. Again, roll the shoulder blades up, back and down, send the knuckles towards the earth. But this time we're going to incorporate the hands as well. You should feel really strong through the legs and the glutes, the inner thighs, nice and strong here. So roll back and down, reset, tuck tailbone under, belly to spine, squeeze those glutes, squeeze. And then here, inhale to prepare, exhale, halfway lift. So pausing here at your halfway lift. Inhale here, as you exhale, lift those hands away from the body. Rolling up, long flat back still. So keeping them high the whole time. Inhale here, as you exhale, take a forward fold. Maybe lifting those hands up and over the body towards the mat in front of you. Inhale, halfway lift, keep those hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Pushing strong into the knife edge of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Using the belly to bring you up. Exhale, forward fold. Lift those seat bones high to the sky. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. This is strong. Pushing strong in the feet like you're splitting that mat apart. Exhale, forward fold. Last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release the hands to the mat. Bring those elbows in. Soften the forehead towards the mat if that's good for you. And then from here, those toes are pointed out. I want you to bring those toes in so that they are parallel with the feet. And then roll the weight into the knife edge, lifting up through the arch. Lifting through the chest as you're lengthening here. And as you exhale, again, forehead towards the earth, elbows in. Lift those seat bones high to the sky. As you inhale, feel the inflation. As you exhale, maybe soften a little bit more. If the crown of the head comes to the mat, great. If it doesn't, great. It's no worries. Each time, lift the seat bones high. Feel that lovely lengthening through the hamstrings. Softening here. Bring the elbows in nice and strong. So you're trying to send those forearms towards the mat. But the hands are underneath the shoulders. So we're just pausing in this position here. This inversion here, all the goodness happening with your body in the upside down. If the crown is on the head on the mat, just leave it there, nice and strong. Pushing into the knife edge of the feet. One more full breath here. And then slowly bring the head up. And then walk those feet in. Heel toe, 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 all the way to forward fold. And then have a little peek at me. Maybe take the right hand underneath the right foot. So you're bringing the palm to the palm of the hand to the sole of the foot, the back of the hand to the mat. And then push the weight into that hand. So the thumbs are just in the wrist crease there. Maybe one at a time is good for you, or maybe you'd like to take both hands under. So you're placing so the back of the hand is on the mat and you're standing on your palms. And then just soften here in your forward fold. You may think, not sure about this. Maybe just start to tip forward the weight into the toes. Take the weight, and then you can feel that lengthening here. but also that massage into the feet and the hands. Strong pose here. If you're doing one at a time, release one and come to the other. But if you're in the both and you're still happy in both at the same time, absolutely stay there. Just notice how that feels. Maybe change the weight, maybe rock it to the front, to the sides, to the back. Pushing that weight in, that lovely release. And then slowly release one hand and the other. Slowly rolling, still forward fold. And as we did before, walk those hands forward a little bit here. Drop to the knees. Swing the legs to one side as we take a seat. And then I want you to just give those hands a shake as you're coming into your cobbler. So feel what it feels like in those hands. Did that feel nice? Did that feel funny? Did it feel weird? All of those things are completely valid for each person. And then start to bring the seat bones towards the heels or the heels towards the seat bones, whatever suits you. And then take a moment to soften here. So maybe taking a little while, a little bit longer, maybe feeling a little tighter than normal in your hips, in your groin, in your hip flexors. And then bring those thumbs to the inner arch and start with just a gentle foot massage. So I'm just going to swipe, and whatever that feels to you. You may hate feet, you may feel a bit disgusted about this, or you may think, actually, this is quite nice. So just feel what feels good for you. Maybe just those thumbs in the inner arches. Maybe just have a little wiggle of those toe pads that we've used today. Maybe you want to take the whole fist and take the fist into the feet. We do so much on our feet, the balance on our feet. So giving those feet a little bit of care, all those receptors there through the body. Just take that little moment here. But also while we're doing that, we are not concentrating maybe on the possible pain that's in our hips. And maybe we're relaxing here so that those knees are coming a little bit more towards the mat. And whatever that feels to you, maybe those palms of the soles of the feet are coming open a little bit more, which means the knees are coming a little bit closer to the ground. Maybe you can turn them completely upright so you can see the whole sole of your foot. That's a little bit weird. And then maybe walk those seat bones a little bit closer to the heels so that you do have a little bit more opening here. I don't know. But then tucking under. So leave those feet alone, but just grasp them gently, just to use that here. Roll the shoulder blades up, back and down, and start to lengthen up through the spine. So grow tall here through the spine. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale here, lifting the chest and the chin. Maybe grabbing hold of the ankles here so you can lift everything forward. And as you exhale, start to tip forward. Remember, keep that long line. I don't want any arched backs. And maybe those elbows coming to the tops of the thighs. Maybe pushing those legs open, opening up through those hips. Maybe taking the feet, hands back to the feet again. And just use your breath, as always, to soften and deepen into that stretch. Maybe you can feel it in the outside of the legs. So all that forward folding we did is really strong. The wide legs and everything into the sides of the outside of the glutes, down the side of the hamstrings. So just softening here. Just taking a moment just to soften here. If you want to walk those hands out, if that feels good for you, do so, but try not to arch that head, that back. You really want to soften so the belly is coming to the mat. Long chest and chin looking along here, softening and releasing. Maybe softening the forearms on the floor, on the mat, wherever they are. And just release. Take a couple more breaths here. Notice how it feels. Maybe the seat bones have lifted if they have, pushing them back down. Maybe you're feeling a bit of a release in the bottom of the spine. And then slowly walk the hands up underneath the shoulders. And grab hold of the outside of the knees and bring them together. So from here, come to the long line of the mat here. Grab hold of those knees and just rock back gently. Take a few rocks here, forward and back. Maybe the hands are on the hamstrings or the shins, whatever's good for you. Take a little massage through the glutes, up to the shoulders. Maybe notice any nice clicks or crunches. And then take one more and lie on your back. Drop the feet to the floor. Have those fingers just brush those heels. And today we're going to do our bridge. So there's lots of options in bridge, but the main thing about the bridge is to use the biggest muscle in the body, which is the legs, followed by the glutes. So check that those heels are really as close to the bottom as they can. And then just check that the knees are over the ankles. And also then look at the hip bones and check there's a long line between the hips and the knees. So the knees aren't coming together, they're not wide. So just take the time here. And then tuck the tailbone under, so you're pushing that lower back into the mat as much as you can. Take the hands to the mat, palms face down, just by your heels. And then here we're going to inhale to prepare. As you exhale, push the weight into the feet, so you're pushing your feet away from you, and that will lift up the hips. Squeeze through the glutes, and lifting up. Keep the hands on the floor, rolling up here. Maybe walk those shoulder blades together, if that's good for you. Lifting hips, squeezing glutes, pushing the knees forward, the shins forward, everything nice and strong. Squeezing up, squeezing everything in. And then at the top here, inhale to prepare. As you exhale, start to roll down through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping the contraction in the tummy the whole way down until your back is completely flat on the mat. So you're just using that articulation through the spine, so nice and strong. So we're going to come again with a little bit of an add-on, each time adding on. If we start to get an add-on that you think, no, I'm not sure about that, just drop down to the option, and there's always just the gentle up and down movement that we've just done. So hands into the mat, nice and strong. Inhale to prepare. Tuck the tailbone under, push the lower back in. As you exhale, push the feet away from you, lift the hips, squeezing the glutes high. So you're sending those hip bones high to the sky. Maybe walk those shoulder blades in, maybe to lift a little bit more chest, lift. And then lift that chest up to the sky, and then lift the chin up to the sky. So you're getting a long line here. Maybe feel those shoulder blades coming down the back so that you've got longer neck here. Squeezing through the glutes, squeezing and lifting. Everything strong. Maybe getting a bit more of a lift. Maybe sending the chest comes higher, the chin comes higher. Squeezing through the glutes. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly rolling down again. So the key here is to take this really slow on the way down. So coming down is just as important as coming up. Some people just plop down, and you need to make sure you retain the contraction the whole way down so that each vertebrae hits the mat individually. Beautiful. We're adding on again. So make sure your setup is all correct. Nothing has changed. Hands into the mat. Inhale here. As you exhale, pushing the feet away, lifting the hips, squeezing the glutes. Maybe this time you're going to interlace the fingers behind and walk the shoulder blades together. Lifting up, squeezing hips high. And then lift the chest to the chin, chin to the sky, and pushing those knuckles down to the heels. Squeezing everything up high here. Lifting, squeezing, reaching. Inhale here. As you exhale, release the hands, slowly rolling all the way back down again. As you can see, we're building very gently. And when you're at the bottom, release and reset. Okay, another level. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. exhale, pushing up and away. Interlace fingers, roll shoulder blades under, lifting high. Inhale here as you exhale, take the weight into the left foot and point the right toes towards the end of the mat. Nice and long, keeping the knees level. Try not to let that right hip drop. Inhale here, exhale, take the right toes to the mat, reset your bridge. Take the weight into the right foot. Inhale here, exhale, point the left toes, keep the hips square, reaching through, everything strong. Inhale here, exhale, left toes to the mat, reset your bridge. Inhale here, exhale, release the hands, slowly roll down all the way through the spine. Beautiful. Reset. Another level. Are we all good? Inhale here. Exhale, push the feet away, lift the hips. Rolling up, lifting high. Interlace fingers, roll the shoulders underneath each other. Take the weight into the left foot. Inhale here. As you exhale, lift the right toes to the sky. Lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, everything strong. And then we're going to pulse for 5, touch the sky. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Squeezing that left glute really strong. Exhale, pointing toes to the mat. Keep the hips high. Inhale here, exhale, release hands, slowly roll through the spine. One side at a time with a pause in between. So the key in that position is to not let the hip drop and then lift up. You want to keep those hips square all the time. So reset again. Coming into the other side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up, squeezing high. Interlace fingers. Roll shoulders back. Take the weight into the right foot. Really squeezing the glutes to keep them contraction here. Belly to spine. Lift the left toes towards the sky. Pushing into the top of the right quad. Squeezing the left glute, right glute. And then pulsing for 5. Reaching the sky. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Squeeze it higher. Exhale. Foot to floor. Hips high. Don't let them drop. Release the hands. Slowly roll down through the spine. Releasing the hands, bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug. Rock through the lower back. Releasing through the hips. Beautiful. Nice and strong. We're going to have one more thing here. You can try it. If you don't like it, just stick to a lower level. So send the feet to the floor again. Check your setup here. Inhale here. As you exhale, push the weight into the feet. Lift the hips to the sky. So your palms are on the mat here. So everything is lifted, everything is strong. And then reach those fingers towards the heels here, so that you're lengthening through that neck. So your setup is strong. You're keeping everything strong here. Inhale the right fingers to the sky. Exhale, take it behind you. Inhale, left fingers to sky. Exhale, behind. Lifting, squeezing everything here. Inhale here, exhale, lift the fingers, both fingers to the sky. Keeping everything strong, pushing through the shoulders. And then slowly rolling through, down through the spine and letting the hands come down to the side in their own time, in line with the hips. Control, 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 control to the bottom. So we're going to do that again, but instead of doing one hand at a time, we're going to do both hands together. So set yourself up nice and strong. This is ever so strong. This is like a yoga stroke Pilates move. It's in both disciplines. So it's a very, very good move. So set those feet up nice and strong. Inhale here. As you exhale, push the feet in and then lift the hands at the same time as you're lifting the hips. Lift the hands all the way back up and over behind you. Squeezing the hips high. Check the shoulders. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here as you exhale. Slowly roll down, bringing your hands up towards the sky at the same time. Control the descent all the way through, rolling through the lower back. We're going to go straight up and into it. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift, squeeze, everything up, all the way behind. Inhale here, exhale, slowly lower all the way down. 2 more, inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Keeping the contraction in the glutes, the stomach, everything controlled the whole way down. And release. So this can be developed and you can move it up and then you can lift it up and then lengthen the leg out, up and down. But I think that's enough today. So you're lifting the hips, lifting the arms, legs at the same time, using the control through the core and the abs. So bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug, releasing here. Drop the feet to the mat, open the knees wide. Tuck the tailbone under, push the lower back into the mat. So nice and strong here, we're going to finish off with our abs, but really pushing that lower back into the mat the whole time. So, take those hands hovering over the hips, coming into the lower abs. So, roll the shoulder blades back and down the mat. Feel the hips dropping a little bit more. Inhale here as you exhale, reaching up. Reaching towards the feet. No, reaching towards the feet, we're coming to the lower abs, looking at me. Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale, pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Crunching it, pulling the belly into the floor. Pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, a little higher. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Squeezing more, pulling down more. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, lift it a little bit further. Can you lift it about any more? Pulling everything, squeezing, and then slowly release. Oh. Bring the hands to the outside of the knees, bring them together. Drop both knees to the right hand side, and then check that the left hip is directly over the right. Check that both shoulders are on the mat, and then take the hands over the top of the hip. Again, if you want to stick your left finger in your left oblique, you can do so if you need. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift up, reach towards the feet. So looking at me, beautiful squeeze here, lifting a little bit higher, and then we're pulsing for 8, 7, 6, baby pulses, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift and hold. Can you get me a little higher? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold a little bit higher. Can you come higher? Reach to me. And then last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You should really feel it in here. 3, 2, 1, and release. Oh. Feet to floor, knees to sky. Come to the other side. So drop both knees to the left hand side. Right hip is directly on top of the left. Check both shoulders are in the mat. And then reach over the hip. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach up. Right, set yourself up. So you're reaching towards your feet. And then maybe push that right finger in that right oblique just to check it's fired up. Come a little bit higher, I know you can. And then reach for 8, 7, 6, little baby pulses, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. A little higher, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, clench it, and release. Feet to floor. Recheck the lower back, and then send those feet to the sky. Flex the feet, toes to face. Don't lift the bottom off the floor, make sure the spine is on the floor. Nice and strong, so you're at a nice, beautiful right angle. Pull the belly button into towards the floor, and reach those hands towards the toes. So 3 sets of 8 and we are done. So you can do this. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift, touch toes. Pulsing for 8, 7, touch the toes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Squeeze it. Pulsing. 8, 7. Feel the abs clenching. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Squeeze. And then last 8. Touch the toes. 6, 5. Can't count. 4, 3, because I missed 1. 2, 1. Lift and hold. Squeeze. Reach. Knees into chest. Give yourself a hug. Now, that will finish off the abs. Drop the feet as wide as the mat. Heels on the mat, toes hanging off. Arms wide. Not the most glamorous pose here, but this is an amazing stretch. So, pausing here. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, keep the feet where they are and drop both knees to the left-hand side. So it's like a windscreen wiper. Feel the lovely stretch down the right hip flexor into the glute. Trying to send that right knee towards the middle of the mat. Inhale here as you exhale, bring the knees up through center. And then we exhale, drop to the right. Nice stretch through the right glute. Left glute and left hip flexor. And then we're moving. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. And inhale through center. Exhale to the right. One more each side. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. And inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center, and as you exhale, release the feet along the mat. So just take a little moment here. We're coming into our Shavasana, but we have a few moments. So if there is something that your body is crying out for, and I'm going to give you a few little suggestions, this is the time to take it. If you want to bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a little rock again. If you want to take the feet to the sky and take a happy baby and have a little rock, 1-legged, 2-legged, 3-legged, peace pose, fingers around the big toe. If you feel you want to come into fish pose, legs out long, palms underneath the bottom, facing down, rolling the shoulder blades together, lifting the head and the chest, crown of the head to the mat, little fish pose. So sometimes it's nice just to have a little few moments to listen to the body. Maybe you want to lift the hips up, back, drop the knees between the ears, lifting up here, little plow pose. So have a little play. And all this is about trying to get you to think about some little natural poses, but also to see what your body needs. Maybe your body says, actually, I just want to lie here in Shavasana. I'm done. I just want to make the benefit of being in Shavasana. I don't need any more. Or maybe you want to take a little bit more of a supine twist. So listen to your body. Have a little play or not, as the case may be. So through all of those little things that I've done, my body feels like a supine twist. I feel like it would like a supine twist. Through the lower back. So take a little moment to feel what is good for you. Your gift of time. A little bit of time that's carved out for you to do something for yourself, just for you, that fits you. Rather than me necessarily directing you. Just a few more breaths in wherever you are. And then we'll all join each other in Shavasana. And then when you're ready, whatever position you're in, just gently lengthen your legs out along the mat. And take that time, the same amount of time that we do when we come into our seated pose when we begin our practice, to settle in, so that we don't fidget in our Shavasana. So if that means taking a few tenses for the glutes, just to release the glutes into the mat. Maybe a few tenses through the knees and the quads, just to release any tension that you're still holding on to. Maybe walk those shoulder blades in together. Maybe adjust the clothes, the hair, whatever it is. So that when we do finally come into our Shavasana, with the palms of the hands faced up, we can take a beautiful inhalation. Feel that belly lift, everything lift. Feel light and heavy and full. And as you exhale, close down the eyes or soften the gaze. And use that exhale to just gently melt into the mat. Release any tension. And just come into such a comfortable position that you feel that you could just lie here all day. Just notice the breath, don't control the breath. And if you're someone whose mind starts wandering the minute you stop, or you're not being directed anymore, you can either notice the breath, you can notice the body, maybe taking a body scan here. You can notice the quality in the air, any sounds that you can hear. Or just notice the body surrendering to the mat on every exhalation you take. And if thoughts still do come into your mind, just let them go. Just let them pass through. Try not to analyse them, unpick them. Just let them go. Just notice them and let them go. And if you have a mantra that you repeat, or an intention, maybe just repeat that. But also it's interesting to notice if when you set the intention at the beginning of the practice, does it feel different now? Is it easier? as you did at the start of the practice. Maybe if you were struggling with something to achieve and you've been putting something off, maybe now it seems more achievable. Who knows? Maybe by having this little headspace, things fall into place. Notice how your skin feels. How your body feels, maybe more relaxed. Maybe notice the breeze on the skin. Maybe you can hear the birds in the trees rustling, children praying, wind chimes chiming. Knowing that you're completely safe and all the goodness of the practice that we've generated is absorbed, being absorbed, and your body is settling, resetting, and you'll have so much more strength, and your head will be clearer and calmer. Start to deepen the breath in the body, refilling your body. Wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe notice the temperature in the fingers. Twist of wrists, ankles, rock the back of the head side to side. Maybe opening, closing the jaw, stretching here. And then take a full body stretch, reaching up through the palms to the fingers and the toes. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock through the lower back. Give yourself the lower back massage here. Releasing through the hips and the knees. Notice if those hip flexors feel a little looser. And then slowly come to rest on your right hand side, pausing here. Keeping your eyes closed, push yourself up to seated, with your palms of your hands open to receive. Secrets. There's a truth not many know about the world while you're asleep, that the wind slips through your window to steal the secrets that you keep. And if you don't believe me, then you're welcome to your doubt. But have you ever stopped to wonder what it's whispering about? What else in the world could make the treetops bend and sway, but the weight of all the words that no one ever dared to say? And since it's while you're sleeping, secrets are easiest to take. It's no surprise those with the deepest are the ones kept wide awake. We're going to take 3 breaths together here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Last time, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale the palms to the heavens. Join in prayer. And as you exhale, bring your palms to your third eye for clear vision, to your mouth for the truth, and to your heart center for love and for life. Namaste.